4:30, we wanted to know why there were not electronic backup systems to help out when 911 service failed this morning throughout Washington and parts of Oregon.
Our Lisa Balick is digging deeper to find out. She is live in Vancouver. So Lisa, what'd you learn?
Dan, I'll tell you, sometimes the old-fashioned way works best, and you may not want to throw out that phone directory just yet. You know, in the front they've got those blue pages. Those are some important numbers you may want to write down and have your own backup system.
You can start at the very beginning. Oregon State Police got notified through their system, which is actually right back here.
This is the emergency war room in Salem, where the state emergency response team hunkers down in a crisis. State 911 Director Mark Tennyson says the Oregon State Police got a call here at 2:30 this morning that 911 phone service was out in Tillamook County, Lincoln County as well. 16,000 Oregonians who would have gotten this in an emergency. Meanwhile, a massive 911 outage affected 60 911 centers all across Washington state, unable to get calls between 12:30 and 6:30 this morning. I wanted to know if there are backup systems that should have kicked in.
What happened, let's say, for Lincoln and Tillamook who were affected? Were those calls immediately rerouted to other areas?
In this case, they were not, because they were all served in that same area where they would have passed back to each other.
In Clark County, there's also a backup system for an emergency, but it couldn't work either.
All of our 911 calls actually go out to the Washington State Patrol Dispatch Center, and they answer calls out there at our backup center until our staff can get out there and take back over.
Why wouldn't they have done that in this case?
Because the 911 was down in the entire state, including the Washington State Patrol.
CenturyLink will not go on camera and has not provided any definite answers to state leaders as to why the 911 system they operate for Oregon and Washington failed to connect calls for several hours. State leaders both in Washington and Oregon are looking into this as well, and they want answers as well as we do. By the way, if you still got rid of this phone book a while ago, you can go to any 911 website in your county, check there. They have the list of those telephone numbers as well. It is worthwhile to write those down. They say at least the one good part of this is they have not identified any situation where there was an emergency and help did not respond. It was the slowest time of the day. Those midnight hours, midnight to 6 a.m. are the slowest for those phone calls. Reporting for you live in Vancouver, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.
All right.